Come join Corey and I as we do a little experimenting on the smoker with some smoked wine and an old fashioned, and let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get to in the kitchen with making a twist on a traditional pot roast. Can we turn it into burnt ends, and how do we like it? Stick around.
Here's the smoker, guys, the Traeger pellet smoker. Guess what we're smoking today? No, it's not a brisket. No, it's not a chicken. No, it's not ribs. It is wine and whiskey. Actually gonna smoke this old fashioned, pre-made old fashioned with the Syrah wine. We're pouring these bowls, some of each of them. We're gonna get the smoker up to smoke. Then we're gonna turn the smoker on, up to smoke. And we're gonna let this smoke for about an hour, so we'll be back and check it. Here they are, here's the wine, here's the old fashioned. We're just gonna let it smoke away and see what happens.
All right, guys, I'm gonna do the taste test of the smoked wine. I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I love me smoked everything. So he's over there in the pantry trying to find the smoked sugar. Okay, the smoked sugar that I got online. Can y'all see that? I got some smoked maple syrup. Like I said, I like everything that's smoky, and we were looking up some restaurants to go to on our recent trip to Austin, and one of the places was Salt Lick. Is that what it's called? Salt Lick Barbecue. And they had a smoked wine. I was like, smoked wine? That sounds delicious. So anyway, we searched high and low. We looked at specs. We looked all over the place. Couldn't find any. So he said, "What the heck? I'm just gonna smoke it myself on the smoker," and that he did. And then the smoked maple syrup. I just love smoked stuff.
And then this is an old fashioned that I smoked, and you guys will see how we did it in the video.
Whoa! I can smell that. I don't like liquor. I have some bad PTSD from my young adult life. Oh, that stinks.
Oh, yeah.
Is it good?
Oh, you know what's weird? This made it taste, it actually enhanced the sweetness of the whiskey. I never had that before, but yeah, you can definitely taste the smoke. It's really good. All
right, now I'm going to try my my wine, and I'm just looking at it. We have like 100 wine glasses. You're gonna put it in a tumbler. Yeah. Okay, so I think he's worried that I'm gonna drink too much of this and drop the glass and break it. And this one's plastic, so let's see. That's good. That's really good. So I like a dry red wine anyway. I don't like sweet wines. I like the dry ones. And you can definitely taste the smokiness to this.
And you can go on Amazon and, you know, just do smoked alcohol or something. They make these little smokers that fit, you know, over your cup, single smokers. But we just went to the extreme and put it on the regular smoker. So
you're probably smoking some meat anyway, right?
Yeah, I think we're making something. And we've also like smoked boiled eggs. After you boil them, peel them, and put eggs on there and smoke them. So yeah, there's different things you can do with your smoker. On the low setting smoke, it's not going to cook, right? It's only like 110, 115, 20 degrees. But it will definitely inject smoke into whatever you want to put smoke into.
This is really, really good. I like it. I'm going to use this in a recipe. Now, I know when people think of slow cooker meals, they tend to think of fall and winter, but here in Texas, I use my slow cooker during the summer because it gets so hot. When I turn my oven on, it just is excruciating to be in the kitchen trying to cook a meal. So I've got a really busy evening tonight, so I thought it would be the perfect day to make a roast. We got a roast on sale at Kroger, so I'm just going to throw it in the slow cooker. The thing is, for years I've been eating that Mississippi roast, which is absolutely delicious, but I'm kind of in a situation now. I'm trying to eat better and not take in so much sodium, which raises blood pressure and leads to all kinds of issues. So instead of doing the Mississippi roast, I thought I would just go back to a more classic roast like I used to make a long time ago, just using the bare minimal seasonings. So I'm going to get that going and we will be back. I'll show you how we get it done. So I had a bag of opened carrots. I went ahead and just added that to the bottom of the crock pot, and then I added an onion, followed by some good old Where's Her Sister sauce. I'd say I used about 2 tablespoons. Then I added 2 diced potatoes. Then I realized the potatoes actually needed to be under the meat, but that was a quick fix. I just pulled the meat out, placed it on top of the potatoes, and then I went ahead and added about, I'd say, a tablespoon of garlic. Next, I added this Brazilian churrasco seasoning mix. It was so good. It had some hatch green chili peppers and then an assortment of different peppers. I don't know, it was pretty spicy, especially for a roast. It's not what I would typically use, but I had it. I was curious to see what it tasted like. I'd say I did about a tablespoon on each side, and then just kind of tried to spread it out with the garlic, the minced garlic. Then I decided to add 1/4 cup of red wine, but this isn't any red wine. This is some wine that Corey smoked for me on a smoker, and it is insanely delicious. I kept changing my mind and deciding to add more seasoning. I'm one of those people that rather add too little and then just add more if I need to. And I was just trying to keep this as basic as possible, but plot twist, I ended up adding the whole entire packet of seasoning, but it was a pretty decent sized roast, so it all balanced out. Then I just went ahead and did some of my basic seasonings. I put a little bit of Italian seasoning, maybe about 1/4 of a teaspoon. Next, I went ahead and added a few bay leaves just to give it kind of an earthy flavor. In my opinion, no roast is complete without adding some bay leaves. Then I'm just going to put it on low and come back and check on it in about 8 hours. I'm probably going to end up searing it because we like to eat it a little crispy. And I just added a little bit of Arby's sauce to give it some pizzazz. Gonna be delicious. The pot roast was ready to eat at this point, but we decided we wanted to try something a little different. As you can see, it's very tender and falling apart, but we decided we'd put it in the oven and broil it a little bit just to kind of give it that burnt-in vibe. It's not something that's required, but we just wanted to try something different. We wanted the roast to still be juicy, and we knew that putting it in the broiler was going to dry it out some, so I went ahead and added some more Arby's sauce, and believe me, I'm glad I did. I think that gave it the right amount of tang. That was a smart move because that sauce actually caramelized on the pot roast and made it almost like a brisket, so it was actually delicious. I'm glad that we tried this. Of course, I love traditional roast too. That roast was absolutely delicious. We didn't do a taste test because we just weren't feeling it on camera. We had a really busy, long day, but just take my word for it, it was delicious. Now, I know a lot of people will sear a roast on both sides before they put it in a slow cooker, but for us personally, that just kind of seals in all the fat, which I know a lot of people like that part of the meat anyway, but we like to put it in the broiler for about 20 minutes after it's done and kind of crisp it up on the outside. So we did that with this roast. I thought it was delicious. I'm a big fan of burnt ends, so I really liked it, but Corey liked it too. He said the flavor was great. The Arby's sauce gave it like a really good tang, and it kind of brought down the heat because that churrasco, that Brazilian churrasco that we used, actually brought a big kick to the roast, and I kind of was going for a more subtle vibe that had a lot of different peppers in it. It had hatch green chili and other ones, so it was just kind of a nice balance. Corey would have liked it more without doing it on the broiler setting. he's kind of used to doing that with his pork and different things, but when you think of pot roast, you just kind of think of the softer, more tender meat. So he would have preferred to have not put it in the broiler. I liked it in the broiler, so, you know, just thought I would share that recipe with y'all. I hope y'all are doing well. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.